Assalamu alaikum viewers. Livestock sector, Pakistan agriculture sector. This is the topic. We are going to discuss what is livestock sector, its role, and then its issue and solution. I am Professor Shakeel Abbasi, and date is 12th March 2026. Time is 9:52 p.m. Hope that you will subscribe my channel and would like to view up to the end. Let me share with you that this is one of the series of the lecture which I have been delivering on main topic, and that is socio-economic and political turmoil of Pakistan and its solution. So far, as I have delivered 14 lectures, and this is lecture number 15. Some lectures are in parts. Anyhow, it covers whole economy of Pakistan, and I have phased out my lectures, and I have discussed first sector. I have completed that sector, that is the services sector, and now I am discussing agriculture sector. As you know, that agriculture sector is further subdivided into five subsectors: crop sector, livestock sector, poultry sector, fisheries, and then forestry. Five subsectors. I have discussed first subsector of agriculture sector, and that is crop sectors. So this is second one. Another thing is that instead of focusing on my articulation, on my lecture, my presentation, I focus on the content. Reason being that I believe, rather it is my obsession, that I should give maximum information to the viewers, especially to the students and the teachers and general readers. So my obsession is to deliver knowledge, not to articulate or to attract maximum viewers or the subscribers. So this is simple. With 38 years of teaching, I have a lot of knowledge regarding how to deliver the lecture, etc. But I am not focusing on those things. Anyhow, with this intention, actually it is your interest which makes this lecture interesting. If you are not taking interest in this, definitely this is not interesting. Anyhow, let us discuss that what is livestock. Livestock sector can be defined as all the economic activities regarding rearing, caring, fattening, marketing of the animal, and the products such as milk, hides, skins, wool, bones, hooves, casing or the skeleton, etc., named as the livestock sector. So this is short definition, rather this is the explanation. Let us move toward second part that is very important, and that is the role or the significance of livestock sector. You can substantiate the points. Point number one is its share in agriculture sector. The share of livestock in agriculture sector is almost 61 to 63%. It means that out of 100 rupees which are generated by agriculture sector, 61 to 63 rupees are contributed by livestock sector. So this is the significance or the importance. Number two is its share in GDP, our national income. Share of agriculture sector in GDP is 23%, but the share of livestock sector is almost 13%. Some economists are of the view that the share is 15%. So this is big one share. Likewise, share of livestock in foreign sector or export is very high. Its export size of livestock export is of the size $1 billion per annum. So this is huge and size, and its share in total is 2.7%. So this is big one share. Likewise, share in jobs. It provides jobs up to 8 million people. So 8 million mean 80 lakh people get job from with this sector. So in a country where almost 4.5 million people are jobless as per economic survey, this is blessing in disguise. Another importance is that share in individuals' income, in farmers' income. almost 30 to 40% income farmers got from this sector, that is from livestock. It means that out of 100 rupees which they get, they earn 30 to 40 rupees they earn from livestock. So this is the role or the contribution of livestock. Not only this, when we talk about the other dimensions, it is actually traditional source of, another point you may mention is that a traditional source of fuel. We have been up to 60 or 70s, especially in agrarian societies. Livestock feces or the dung has been utilized as a fuel. Dung cake used to the, or the, we call them the thapia or the ople. They have been utilized by the villages, especially because there was at the time of independence maximum electricity was, I think, 50 megawatt. This was the position at the time of independence. The people used to burn to cook the food, and in some part of Punjab and other backward areas, still this is being used as a fuel. Dung cake. Likewise, another important is that it is used as a manure. Rather, I should say that with the passage of time, the importance of this manure as a fertilizer is actually artificial, and it is doing great job now. All the modern actually society, they are believing in utilizes of the manure, and we are rich in this. In a country, we are 251 million. Livestock population is being housed. Definitely, we cannot be short in manure or its species or the droppings or the dung, etc. This is a great a traditional source of fuel, and this is a great source of actually manure, and especially in a country where tree plantation movies on rise, there is culture of developing nurseries, etc. Manure is very important, and especially for the fruits and for the vegetables, for the crop sector, manure is preferred actually, and at a nominal cost we can utilize this. Dependency would be very low as compared to the fertilizer for whom we have to import. We are dependent actually upon that fertilizer, and that fertilizer is harmful for our health. So this is modern way of life. Next is in a country where we are short in energy, we can get the biological biogas plants we can install, and almost 20 to 30 years earlier, government of Punjab and different other provinces promoted biogas plants, and subsidy equal to 80% had been given by different governments to the farmers for the installation of plants to kill two birds with one stone. On the one hand, they succeeded in disposing of this filth, and at the same time they used to get the gas. Same can be done, but it needs promotion, incentives, and etc., and awareness. Another role which this sector is playing is that of stability or complementary role. As you know, viewers, that our agriculture sector is nature dependent, so fluctuations are bound to take place in agriculture sector. So to overcome these fluctuations, we have to encourage livestock, because nature dependency of livestock as compared to other agriculture sectors, especially crop sector, is slightly lower. So there would be no severe fluctuation in this. As a result, this would play the stability role or the complementary role. As we have observed during the year 2024 and 25, the growth rate of Pakistan, overall growth rate remained 2.4%. The growth rate of agriculture sector remained positive but nominal, and this nominal role is because of livestock, forestry, and fisheries sector, not because of the crop sector. Reason being that crop sector's growth rate remained negative by minus 16%. In some major crops, its growth rate remained negative by minus 16%. It is actually livestock sector report minus 4.6% growth rate. So it compensated actually that negative growth rate. So overall growth rate of agriculture sector remained actually face saving. So this is the stability road. So of livestock sector and fisheries. So we should focus simultaneously on this sector. Next is the size. It's huge size of the livestock sector. It has been reported by Economic Survey that population of livestock in Pakistan is 251 million. 36% are goats, 33% are sheep, then 24% are cattle, then 19% are buffaloes, and this is the breakup. So this huge size is blessing in disguise for us. We can focus on this, and we can actually we can have a great agriculture revolution in Pakistan, as it has been done by New Zealand, Australia, and now Chinese and Indians are moving towards this. Uh, it needs proper utilization. This is great source of protein. All economic activities like milk industry, like wood industry, like bone and other industries, then gelatin industry, gelatin which is extracted from the protein of animals and utilized in medicines and cosmetics, etc. So a revolution. Likewise, we can export our meat. There is great demand, and in a halal market, I think that the demand is more than $5,000 billion, and the demand of milk in international market is of $20 billion. We can exploit these markets, so a revolution can take place. So this is the importance. Next. Now let us discuss the issues or the problems of livestock sector of Pakistan and its solution side by side. Problem number one: exploitation of the potential. Main issue is that so far Pakistan has failed to exploit its local and international potential. Locally, we have great potential for the livestock growth because out of 79 million hectare of land, 50, I think, 9 is available. And out of this, we hardly able to cultivate 30% of the land. So we have the vast land to rear different types of the animals. In Balochistan Direct, it is goat and the sheep, and in the KP, some part is goat and sheep, and other parts in the upland parts, it is buffalo and the cattle, which are very important and which can grow over there. So we have not even exploited local potential. At international level, it has been estimated that we have the potential of exporting milk equal to $20 billion. $20 billion per annum, and the halal market is equal to 5,000 billion rupees, means 5 trillion rupees. If we convert into a dollar, it makes a huge amount. But at the moment, we are just exporting livestock equal to $1 billion, just hardly 3 to 4 hundred billion rupees. No doubt this is sufficient amount for a debt-ridden country. Instead of begging loan from the rest of countries, this is a great support, but still we have not exploited our potential. So why we fail to exploit? There are certain reasons that our livestock price is very high, quality is very low. Quality means quality of the wool is rough, and its color is turns actually fade during and after the pre or post processing lacunas which we have. Then we don't have immunization programs for the animals, number of disease we have. Then cold storage facilities are the chain does not exist here. So these are the main reason. And another reason is that we have not focused on expanding the export basket of livestock. Means we are focusing on same, that is we are exporting poultry, etc. And we are confined to limited markets such as Saudi, Middle East, then it is China, and it is Europe, etc. Whereas rest of the countries we have not explored, and even we have not focused on byproducts, like it is not only meat or other skeleton or the casing or the hooves or the horns, etc. Like hides and skins, so we have focused so far. We can export the donkeys to the Chinese. We are focused, and that's why the number of donkeys in Pakistan, they have increased from 4 million to 6 million, from 40 lakh to 60 lakh in Pakistan. So indirectly, they are actually blessing in disguise about provision of jobs and generation of further income. So anyhow, lecture becomes so lengthy. So if we focus on this, there is proper cold storage and system, a proper marketing and information to the people, and if education is actually imparted to the farmers or the persons who rear this, then a miracle can take place. So we should exploit our potential. Next is yield. Per animal yield, I am talking about the milk, is very low as compared to other countries. In Pakistan, cow's yield is near about 14 liter. Buffaloes is 10 liter. Whereas good breeds actually gives milk equal to 34 liter. In Pakistan, camel is actually giving milk equal to 34 to 35. But we don't like to drink the milk of camel here in Pakistan. It is buffalo whose milk is actually liked in Pakistan. But taking care of the buffalo is very tough, and it is very costly, because it takes more feed, and it cannot move. It hardly moves, so it is very sensitive to the hot and the cold temperature as well. So extra care it requires. Anyhow, low yielding milk yielding breeds should be replaced with the high yielding. No doubt we have black gold, or the Neeli Ravi buffalo, or the Kundal, etc. Likewise, we have the cow breeds. The breeds which give good milk yield, they should be kept intact, but others should be replaced with the international one, as we have the Holstein, Friesian varieties, etc. Australian, or the German cow we can call, and we have the sheep Australian and New Zealand sheep, but they are poor in climate resilience. So we should be conscious about this. They are prone to catch different diseases because of climatic change. So in this respect, we should focus on genetic engineering. We should do more research how we can actually increase the per animal milk yield. So there are different techniques by providing quality feed, because our fodder is poor in quality, by short in some nutrients, or the fodder type which is given, that is the dry, not rich in the vitamins or the proteins, etc. So these are the techniques, and by adopting modern farming as well. So in this way we can improve by replacing the breeds, or taking care of the quality local breeds, and we should focus on that because they are more weather resilient, and they are actually weather acclimatized. They have more compatibility with our climate or the terrain. And likewise, feed is very important. Here in Pakistan, it has been estimated that the thing which is most consumed by the animal is, number one is water, and second is actually feed. So the cost of feed is actually 70%. It means that if we spend 100 rupees on an animal, out of this you are spending 70 rupees on on his feed. So feed in Pakistan is very costly. First feed we that is the dry feed. Feed is of different varieties. That is forages. That is silage, and different items are eaten by the animals. Anyhow, it is actually rice husk or the wheat husk, we can say. 54%. Then we have grazing is 9%. So we should focus on the grazing, because green grass or the vegetables are main source of the oil or the fat and the different vitamins to the animals, and they give more milk, and they develop more flesh, quality flesh. So this in this way we can focus on the feed, and the more grassy feed should be developed, and grazing area should be there, and we should provide then green grass or the feed instead of the dried up. In this respect, we have to do the research, and around the year, green grass or the vegetable or the fodder should be available. It is amazing that our dependency on imported fodder is very high. A country, seventh nuclear country, should be ashamed of this, and we should be ashamed of this. We should focus on this. New variety of grass should be developed here and grown here. So on war footing basis, because this is very important. Next is disease, prevalence of disease. In Pakistan, like other countries, prevalence of disease is very high, especially hemorrhagic septicemia, main cause of death. And then we have the parasitic bacteria like tick and the fleas. Then we have the fungal disease like foot and mouth disease, what we call in Pakistan mokor. This is the main cause or death of the animals, and as a result we have to bear huge loss in the form of deaths of animals. So regarding this, we are implementing in different programs in Pakistan with the help of UK, Korea, and other countries, up to I think 30 or 40 million dollars programs. Not only observe AMR code, but we should be conscious about making of the fodder, so that transmission of for disease through fodder should not take place. Then proper screening of the animals while importing or the exporting the livestock. Then we should focus on the proper medical facilities of the animals. And so government of Pakistan is focusing on developing full-fledged poultry research institute in Pakistan, then quarantine hospital, then proper coordination and cooperation of different governments at different levels. Prevalence of fatal animal disease like FMD, PPR, or the hemorrhagic septicemia, etc., is very sad, but it is more horrible and the dreadful when we neither have the quality medicines in Pakistan, neither we have the veterinary facilities, and other experts. We are short in this. Hardly, I think, 20,000 veterinary staffers are available to this huge population. and whatever medicines we have, they are counterfeited. So these are fatal for our livestock. We cannot save our livestock. So for this, we should actually increase our agriculture graduates after, and then they should not concentrate in the urban area. Most of them are sitting in urban area. Whatsoever facilities we have, the government facilities, but medicines are not available over there. Even staff is not available over there, because as I have mentioned, that hardly 5% livestock is in urban area. So this is a rural phenomena. So availability of the medicine, that too quality in sufficient quantity, should be assured. Otherwise, our livestock is at stake. Rather, our economy or our employment, our income is at stake. So these are the solution, and this should be issued by the government and the bureaucracy, civil administration. Otherwise, this would this if this goes on, and then it can be detrimental for us. Another issue is that is the skewed distribution. Skewed distribution in many respects. All in case of Punjab, it is buffalo. Share of Punjab in buffalo is, I think, 46%, and in cows is 36%, whereas share of KPK and Sindh is higher in cattle or the cows. Whereas it is Balochistan which actually rears sheep and the goats. So this is the distribution. Likewise, 80% milk which is produced in Pakistan is for human consumption, and 5% is processed. Remaining actually goes for the animal use, and so 80%, not bad. So this is the distribution. 90% milk comes from small farmers having 2 animals. So this is the great unskewed data. Likewise, 80% milk comes from rural area, 15% urban area, and 5% from urban area. So this is a skewed distribution. We should make it more symmetrical or the skewed. How, instead of having because it is very costly, its transportation cost, its carrying cost is very high. When one person is feeding 2 animals, cost is very high. So we should focus on large scale farming. For this, we have to encourage cooperative farming. People should be educated, but our social taboos does not allow this, because there are the social tensions among the people, and they would like to prefer all in one. And so proper education or legal side we have to look into. So they should be provided, they should be encouraged to get the credit on nominal interest rate. In this way, they can be encouraged to have large scale of farming. Large scale of farming means like New Zealand or Australia, and then we can take advantage of large scale of productions economies. So the cost of our meat, cost of our milk would be very low in the market. So so the demand would rise, and we would be able to earn normal profit, not from local market, from international markets as well. So this is the solution of this, removing the skewed behavior, and removing the hurdles in the way of our good or the higher market. Next is built-in contradiction. On the one hand, we are claimant that in milk production we are number 5 in the world, but at the same time, it is reported that every year we import milk and milk related products equal to $30 billion, whereas our export potential is $20 billion. So every year we have to bear loss equal to $10 billion. So this is a huge amount. Two things are possible. Number one is our data is not available. sorry, our data is not reliable, and if it is reliable, then the other dimension is not reliable. Anyhow, this ground realities are of the view that despite the fact that we claim that we are at number 5, and we may be, we are at number 5, pure milk is not available. This is the tragedy of our society. So access to pure milk is not available. Sometime it may be pure, but it is a cow. But it is a cow. Rate of the cow milk is low as compared to the buffalo. They mix them up. They don't use only water. Rather, they use different chemicals, formalin and so many other chemicals are being, near about 8 chemicals are used, even by a person who is of the view that he is illiterate. He does not know anything, but all the farmers are familiar with the chemical formulae of chemistry. They know more than most of the PhDs. This is the position, and regarding this, what we should do, we have to remove this contradiction. Utilization of the chemical, observation should be banned. Observation of the strict hygienic conditions within and outside the dairy farming, either livestock area, and then proper maintaining proper temperature of the product, milk and like items should be assured by the government, and it should be the responsibility of district government, but they have failed totally. Food department has been assigned a duty. To some extent they are doing, but with the passage of time, once I should say with due apology that they are part and parcel of the society. They are now dormant, and everything is open, and it is open secret. So strict actions, strict rules and regulations should be made regarding this to overcome this contradiction. Likewise, we shorting cold storages. As you see that in case of perishable goods, almost 22% of the products. In case of milk, it is 50% of the milk which we fail to market. To overcome this issue, we should develop and maintain a cold chain system right from farm to market, local as well as international. This needs electricity or the energy in this respect, or the parts or the equipments, chilling parts should be given concession on import from rest of the countries. And indigenous technology should be developed and encouraged, like China and other countries. We are having now 135 engineering universities, and there should be proper collaboration, cooperation among farmers and agro-based industrialists and government and the students and the teachers. As a result, we will be able to market our fresh meat and milk and other items in local and international market. Next is the quality of the wool. In case of wool, loss is almost 20% because of manual shearing of the wool, taking wool manually instead of taking by machines. So this is huge cost which we have to pay. Not only this, post and pre-processing mechanism is very poor, and the color of the wool turns fade, and the quality of wool is very poor. It is coarse actually, which cannot be utilized in making the garments or the clothes. So it is not of international merino level. We have to import this. we maximum utilization is in carpet industry, and we can encourage our carpet international market, especially in Middle East, etc. And we are doing that. So we should focus on mechanized shearing of the wools, and then processing through different modern plants, and having the fish breed of international level. We should replace this sheep with the latest breed of the sheep. We should import from the Australia and from other countries, those who are doing this business. And for this, we should be conscious about the climatic change and climate resilient that is a species of the sheep. Anyhow, intermediaries, role of intermediary in agriculture sector is very high. 4 or 5 intermediaries are working between farm to market, whether it is local or international. Major chunk of the profit is taken away by these 4 or 5 intermediaries. We should actually minimize the role of this, and this is possible if strict action is taken by the government, and easy credit should be available at lower interest rate. At the moment, credit is available, but it is not easy, in the sense that interest rate is very high. And in our society, where Islam does not allow to do this activity, the interest is actually forbidden. Most of the people are discouraged by not only our religion but the ground realities. Whosoever takes the loan definitely stuck up over there. Around the life, he has been actually transmitting the money from his business to the bank. So this is unlimited actually trail of anomalies and the trend of deprivation. There is no end. So once you go to the bank, you are stuck up over there. You are trapped. So this is the philosophy we should overcome, and there should be simple interest rate, simple procedure. So likewise, we should have direct access to the international market. For this, we have to engage qualified agri graduates who are actually not taking pride in doing agri business. So they should be involved at any forum, so that they should supervise the illiterate farmers how to market their products in local and international market, where they can get a higher price. So and cash price as well. Next is our energy here in Pakistan. Energy is very costly. So when we talk about the utilization of machine, they run on the energy. When you utilize machine, it means that you have to pay more bill. That's why people actually move towards manual work, because it is less costly, because labor is cheaper in Pakistan. So energy should be provided at nominal rate, and solar energy should be encouraged, and a small plant should be installed over there. So this is the solution. Subsidized rates should be charged from the farmers on doing this activity, that is the livestock activity. Another issue is culling of the dry animals or the calves. In Punjab, sometimes from now, it was reported that culling was 30%. Now government has banned, and the government is taking strict action against these people. I think that 6 months rigorous imprisonment is actually given in case someone is detected, but nobody dares to do this, and actually they are doing this activity in hideouts. So this is very detrimental for livestock. People go for this because of low yield. They are scared that if they don't call the calf, then it is a financial burden on them, because major chunk of the milk is taken by the calves. So this is uneconomical. This is very costly for them. So they cull them, they kill them, they butcher them, and they sell them, because the meat of the young calf is expensive in the market. Anyhow, the strict action is required, and the second one is that they should be provided a subsidy. They should be encouraged. Now government is actually doing a program, and that is the feedlot fattening, to market them, and it is actually our religious festivity, which is very important. That is the Eid al-Azha, which is the biggest one market of our livestock, and people earn a lot of money from this festivity, or this festival, this religious festival. So there is no other actually proper market in Pakistan. This is the only. So we should patronize this, and we can develop such a market on prototype market around the year. Should focus on the specialization on what. So for example, the taste of our buffalo milk is unique, but buffalo is actually Asian specific. We should focus on the milk of actually buffaloes. We should promote buffaloes, especially in Punjab, because here of Punjab, in total buffalo population of Pakistan is 40, I think more than 46%. In Punjab, KPK, and to some extent Sindh, we can focus on this. By specializing, we can charge higher prices of this milk from international market, and it is actually rich in fat. So being rich in fats, we can focus on the organic ghee, as New Zealand is marketing. No doubt they have their own breed, that is the cow breed, but as compared to this, we can do this by engaging our agri scientists as well. Whether they can do it is up to them. Likewise, we in case of Balochistan, we should have specialization over the breeding, the caring, and the marketing of the sheep. In case of the Sindh, we should focus on the cattle or the cow specialization. In this way, when we specialize, do the specialization, our local and international market would rise vertically. So for this consultation and cooperation of different institutions, government level and the private and the university level, the coordination of the professionals and the non-professionals and the stakeholder is very important. Last one, which is very important, last one is that we should focus on science and technology. What I have talked in this, that we are low in yield, cost of shearing of wool of a sheep is very high. We lose 20% because of this manual technique of getting the wool from the sheep. Fodder is not of quality. Nutritional value of the feed given to the animal is very poor. 5 to 10% low in the protein, and 10 to 15% low in the fats. So this is the position, and diseases are very high. For this, we need actually science and technological development. We should focus on the genetic engineering, developing new type of fodder, new type of additives, actually new medicines, breeding. Then it has been reported that milking period of a cow in Pakistan 305 days out of 365, and of buffalo is 200, I think, 90 days. So we can increase these days. How we can? This is actually science and technology, new techniques of mulching animals, etc. New breeds are actually introduced, and old ones are replaced, and how byproduct industries to be developed, how manures can be developed, how these can be utilized in the market, how new techniques of markets can be followed, how new markets can be explored, what should be the balance between crop sector and the livestock sector. So this is actually the role of science and technology here. It is not only federal government, provincial government, they are professionals working in National Agriculture Research Council, Pakistan Agriculture Research Council, Agriculture University Faisalabad, Jamshoro, Peshawar, Balochistan, or the researchers or the Pakistanis working in different international universities. There should be proper forum and collaboration, and cost should be actually provided by banks, the farmers, big farmers, and other people's philanthropists as well. So in this way, livestock revolution in Pakistan can take place. With this, I take the permission of that you would subscribe my channel. Khuda Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.